Hey guys and gals, Smitty here with Jus Piddlin BBQ. My lovely wife Brandy. Good to see you guys. What's going on, Harley? Good to see you, brother. Cooper the Great's in here first. Mr. Gary, Ben, good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. I know it's been a couple of weeks, probably about 3 weeks, I guess, since we were on here. Give everybody a minute to hop on. We were just talking about that, Ben. Great to have you back, my friend. Hope everybody's been doing well in your neck of the woods. Hopefully a few more will get in on here. I know it's been a couple of weeks. Jeremy, good to have you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. Austin, good to have you.
Anton.
It does feel like it's been a long time. Anton, good to have you, my man. Appreciate everybody being here. It does seem like it's been longer than, well, I guess it's been 3 weeks, so it's almost a month.
Yeah. Mike.
Mike Tabor, good to see you. Mike, did you get your shirt? I've been wondering about that. Made sure it fit. Cheers to you. All right, let's go ahead and get it. If you're on here, give us a thumbs up if you will. That means a lot. You and Harley doing anything with the Utah Barbecue Company in the future? We don't have anything planned, at least not that I know of that Harley might know. But hopefully in the future we will get back together and do something with them. Curtis and Fidel are super people, and we love just hanging out with them and cooking with them and that kind of stuff. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to get together with them again and do something. That'd be really cool. It's officially a party. That's what I'm talking about.
He said he got it and it fits fine.
Very good. Good deal. I'm cooking with Curtis in August for the Ace show. Very good. So Ace Hardware, the Ace Hardware show. Harley's going to be cooking with Curtis with that. Yeah, I know. He's doing really well. They're cooking all over the place out there on the West Coast.
His son.
Yeah, his son.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That was his first win. So that was big. And I know Fidel was proud. That probably means more to him than anything that he's won himself. So that was pretty cool. And it's cool to see a dad, cooking with their son and spending time with them like that. That's good stuff. Great guys. So it feels like we've been gone forever. One of the weekends we were getting prepared for the birthday get together.
Mm-hmm.
And so June birthdays and July birthdays here in the family, we just celebrate them all at one time. We invite them over, cook, and all the birthday girls and boys get celebrated, and we just have a big time. And so the June and July birthdays were 2 weeks ago.
The 3rd, yeah.
And so we had everybody over to the house and cooked. We cooked. We used about 3, maybe 4 grills. We cooked 8 pork tenderloins, 7 pounds of wings, 2 pounds of smoked sausage, smoked macaroni and cheese, green bean casserole, hamburger baked beans, and you did
crack cake. Mama did
potato salad. Your sister made a dessert.
Yeah.
And So it was great. Had a great time. Everything turned out really good. The tenderloins turned out great. Smoking Q, great to have you tonight. Appreciate you being here, my man. Hot Atlanta. You about
Mike, when's your birthday?
Yeah, we should have had you, Mike. Joseph, great to see you tonight. Smoking Q is about 3 hours away, 3 hours north. September 29. There we go.
I'll be going through there in the morning.
Yep. Brandy is headed to Brandy and her mom, sister, and
his birthday is Christmas Eve.
Wow.
I'll remember that, Mike.
I'm not sure if I believe that. Christmas Eve, baby.
Hey, it happens.
Well, I know it does.
We got a Valentine's.
We got to consider the source, though. Canadian Jim, good to have you. Rick Short, good to see you. But Brandy, her mom, sister, and niece are headed to Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow. And they're going to be gone till Sunday. Mm-hmm. So I'll be holding down the fort until then. But yeah, they'll be going right through Atlanta tomorrow. Hopefully the traffic won't be too bad. But yeah, good to see everybody. But yeah, the birthday supper, tenderloins turned out great. The wings turned out really good. Sausage was good. Everything turned out great. The mac and cheese and green bean casserole. Love that. Y'all tell me about the baked beans. We did hamburger baked beans this time and put hamburger meat in the baked beans. Some people like doing that. Some people don't. What do y'all like? Some of you may never have had it that way. I don't know. But I kind of like it with the hamburger meat, to be honest with you.
Yeah, traffic is always bad in Atlanta.
Made teriyaki tenderloin and it turned out killer. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. And those tenderloins do take on that marinade really well. So that's good to hear. Appreciate that, Joseph. Stephen Manis, good to see you. Hope you and Robin are doing well. Gabriel, good to see you tonight. Gabriel Ranch Cook, good to see you tonight. Appreciate you being here.
I need a good recipe for hamburger baked beans.
Well, it's really all you do is make your baked beans however you make them, but you just scramble up hamburger meat and then add it to that and season it with your favorite seasoning. And
I put onions in it.
And onions, diced up onions.
And green peppers.
Yeah, you can do any of that. You could add jalapenos if you wanted to. And you just mix it all together and cook it like you would do your regular baked beans. Jeremy likes it in the beans. Mike. Yeah, I agree, Mike. Rick likes it with the hamburger, so I like it. I like it with the hamburger meat.
Now, I have done that. Put my hamburger meat. I cook my onions and my peppers with my hamburger meat, and then pour my beans over in that. Pour it in a casserole dish, and then put a crescent roll on top, and then stick it on the grill or the oven, and just cook it till your crescent roll. Till your crescent roll gets done.
Now the beans, did you just use Bush's?
Yeah, I use Bush's baked beans.
We kind of cheated a little bit and used the Bush's baked beans, but then we just doctor them up and kick them up a little bit. But what she was talking about with putting the crescent roll over the top and then doing it like that crust on top takes it to another level. It's really good that way.
Cooper,
by the way,
never had it. You need to try it, Cooper.
It is. It's really good. Really good. And then with the crescent roll on top, it's even better. By the way, Smoking Q, y'all give him a look on YouTube, Smoking Q. He commented on one of my videos. It was about the Lone Star grill. And he just got him a Lone Star grill. It's a charcoal and stick burner combo, charcoal and smoker. And that thing looks beautiful. It was really nice. He got it without a stand. I'm pretty sure he ordered it that way because he's going to do a build-in on his back deck back there, back patio area. And so I'm anxious to see how the built-in Lone Star grill, how it looks and how he does it and that kind of stuff. So I'll be paying attention to that. But y'all give him a look. He's going to be posting some more stuff, I would imagine, off of that Lone Star grill. And that is so far, everything that I've seen from Lone Star is over the top as far as build quality goes. And I really like the way that thing looked too. It was really well built and it looked sharp. So y'all check out his video on it. Looked really cool. So keep us updated on that build-in process and send us some photos of the finished product, if you will. Dog Father's Barbecue, great to have you. What's going on, my man? It has been a while. Yeah, they're amazing. They really are. They're amazing. Can't say enough about the build quality and the attention to detail they put in those things. Fantastic. And that's the thing is you want to get your money's worth out of a grill like that. And that's something that you're gonna have for a long, long time. You'll be able to pass down probably several generations. So and that means a lot. And it's simple to operate, which is pretty cool. But yeah, to the baked beans, we kind of cheat a little bit and then take the bushes and then we kind of kick them up our own.
I looked up
Our own deal.
Joseph, I looked up the cowboy baked beans. It's got black beans and kidney beans.
Now, I love black beans.
Yeah, I do too.
Love black beans. I could eat black beans in anything. So that's a good idea. We might need to add those next time we do that. Yeah, I'm curious about that LSG pellet grill. It's got to be well built, just like everything else. I would venture to say. So, looks like a good product as well. Speaking of pellets, I got a couple of bags this past week of Kingsford pellets. I'm not one to really experiment and change brands of pellets very much because I just find one that I get used to. And I just think that to have consistent cooks, whatever it is, I don't care what brand you use, just find a brand that you like and that's consistent and stick to that. And your cooks are going to be consistent. But where did we actually get those? I don't even remember where we were, but I knew I needed some pellets and they had Kingsford pellets.
I didn't get them, I don't know.
20-pound bag on sale for like $10. And again, I'm not one of these guys that shops around until I can find a $5.99 bag of pellets for a 40-pound bag. I just don't think that you're going to get good results with them. Maybe you can, but that's just my opinion. But I bought them anyway. And they're doing okay, but I'm not a big fan of them. They don't look. Their one bag was hickory, one bag was cherry, and both of them look identical. I can't tell the difference in them as far as the way they look, which is a little bit weird. Usually there's a little bit of difference between the two. They look like the same pellets. And I'm just not getting a whole lot out of them. So I probably won't do that again. And, for the most part, every time I go against what I advise other people to do, it ends up biting me. I should have listened to my own self. But and there is one or two others that I want to try. We just got a new Tractor Supply up here in town, and they have some Jack Daniels pellets. And was it Jack Daniels or Jim Beam? I think it was Jim Beam.
Yeah, I think it's Jim Beam.
Jim Beam pellets. And I want to try them just to see, you know. But other than that, that's probably as far as I'm going to go with it. But, you know, I recommend finding whatever it is you like and going with that, you know. So I did stray a little bit. I did. I used a bag of pellets that wasn't B&B. And if I could get B&B locally here, I would probably use those a lot as well. But I can't remember the last time I physically saw a bag of B&B pellets around my area.
What was those pellets you got in the box from Tractor Supply?
If you hadn't asked, I would have been able to.
I can't remember if you talked about them or not.
I didn't. I bought a box of pellets. I'll have to look at the box and I'll get back with you on it. But they have done really well.
It's a red box.
Yeah, I've been happy with
Probably said Jealous.
Jealous Devil. There we go.
Thank you, Harley.
Yeah, I got some Jealous Devil pellets and I've been really happy with them. And I asked Harley about the Kingsford, and he said he had used them and didn't really care for them very much. Didn't have good experiences with them, but I gave them a go, and I still got some left. But it's just kind of, you know, they work, but there's not a whole lot of flavor coming out of them, in my opinion. So, but you live and learn, you know. Griller's Gold. I've never even heard of that. But there's a lot of people out there now, a lot of companies making pellets right now. And just because you haven't heard of them doesn't mean they're not going to be good. Truth be told, a lot of them are probably made by the same people that make big name brands of pellets at times. So nothing wrong with giving something a try, you know. But I see a lot of guys having inconsistent cooks a lot, but every week they're using a different brand of pellet, and that's probably a contributor to their inconsistent cooks. Rectech uses Kingsford in their bundle packages. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Probably 3 manufacturers with. That's probably right. That's probably right, Jeremy. Probably right. Yeah, so we had the birthday cook, and then 2 days later, Brandy and I left for Helen, Georgia, up in the Georgia mountains, and we just wanted to get away, so we got away for a week. And I got us a cabin up there in the mountains. The cabin was great, really nice cabin. Had a little creek running behind it, little fire pit down there by the creek and everything. It was really nice. If you're ever in the area, and they're not paying me or anything, but if you're ever in the Georgia mountains area and want a cabin around the Helen area, look up Cedar Creek Cabins. They are fantastic and very reasonable. Yes, it was. It was our anniversary. And there's going to be many, many more to come.
Yes.
Yeah. But we had a fantastic time.
Forever to go.
It was great. And while we were up there, we have did you go to Anaruby Falls? We didn't. We didn't go up there. We didn't go to the falls. We just kind of hung around town. We went out to Saltee and visited out there a little bit. Went to that little sandwich shop out there. Went into town and did a little shopping in town. Oh man. Will you get it? So this is a great story. This has nothing to do with barbecue, by the way, but it's just is a part of what we do. So yeah, we went to Helen for our anniversary, And Brandy kept saying she wanted to go to this clock shop. I don't really know why she wanted to go to this clock shop, but they also had beer steins in there.
I like cuckoo clocks. And I like steins.
And so I was like, okay, well, let's go. And we go in there, and it's a pretty cool little shop. They got cuckoo clocks in there, and there's 50 or 60 of them in there, and they're all going off at the same time. And but they're all beautiful, really hand carved wood and all that. And then they had others that were really elaborate and really expensive, and moving parts and all that stuff. And really cool stuff to look at. They had some beautiful steins in there as well. And we saw this one, which is a Marine Corps stein, obviously. And it was beautiful. And it basically tells the story and the history of the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, the symbol for the Marine Corps. And it also talks about a lot of the battles that the Marine Corps has fought. And it was just beautiful. But it was also fairly expensive. And so let it stay where it was. And we kept walking around. And then we went on to the other side, and there was even another one. What would you say? It kind of looked crystal, kind of like a crystal Marine Corps stein. It was red, really elaborate, beautiful, and probably really more expensive than this one. And so, we're looking around the shop and everything, and Brandy's over there looking around, and I come back over to look at it, and it's gone. So I'm standing there a minute like, I know, where did it go? And I look over at her, and I was like, where'd the stein go? And she's kind of got that smile right there on. And the lady behind the counter is wrapping it up. So there it is. Happy anniversary. And we brought it back. But man, this thing is beautiful.
So tell him what you wanted to do with it.
Well, I asked her if I could use it. I mean, just like once a year, Marine Corps birthday. Just pour you a beer in there,
No.
Cheers to the Marine Corps, happy birthday, woo. And then, but evidently that's not.
You can woo them and it can stay empty.
But really cool. So thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
So that was an awesome little part of our trip. Any good Q joints up there? That's a good question. We didn't find any. Well, I take that back. No, not really barbecue joints, but there was one place right there on the Chattahoochee River called Paul's Margarita Deck.
Yeah.
And it was a big deck right on the Chattahoochee River. And you go in there, and they had food and stuff and drinks and that kind of stuff. And you could sit right there and watch people float down the river on tubes.
The pizza joint was good. That
was pretty fun. And so, but they had barbecue, right? And every time we're somewhere and they have barbecue, I look at Brandon like, should I try the barbecue? Because most of the time it's garbage and I should have known better, right? But I did. I tried the barbecue sandwich, and it was actually really good. It was a sweeter sauce than I normally care for, but it also had a little bit of tang to it as well. And it was really good. The pork was really good. It was clean. And I enjoyed it. It was good stuff. But what we did find was we went to a little pizza joint, and I told Brandy about it, and I wanted to take her there. So we go in there. First of all, I've got to address this. I'm so tired of seeing business after business after business with signs on the front door saying, please be nice to our staff because we're shorthanded, and I get it. And it's probably because there's a lot of people sitting at home drawing a check, and they would rather do that than actually do some work. But that's beside the point. But like one place in Helen, out there by the little sidewalk, they had a little menu board, and it said they open at 11. Well, we were standing right there. They could see us standing there waiting for them to pull the chain back and let us in. 11:15, 11:20, 11:30. So finally I asked the guy, when are y'all going to open? He's like, 12 o'clock. Well, number one, could you not come out here and tell us that we're not opening until 12? Or could you change the board that says you open at 11? And even if you're shorthanded, then, well, maybe you need to come in an hour earlier so that you can still open on time for your customers, you know? So I'm starting to get the feeling that that is becoming the new norm. And instead of working harder to try to keep the same standard, everybody's just like, well, we're shorthanded. So now the service is going to be not as good. The food is not going to be as good, and it's going to take a lot longer. So you're just going to have to put up with it, basically what it amounts to. And I just don't, I kept thinking, okay, if that's my business, even if I'm going to be 2 people short, then I know that I'm just going to have to come in earlier to make the same standard happen, you know? But anyway, we go into this pizza joint and it's probably twice as big as this room.
Yeah.
It's small, and they got a bar and some tables, and then they're cooking back there. And this place was elbow to elbow. And there's a girl back there bartending. She's flying around, working her tail off. She's busting tables. She set us at our table, brought us some menus and stuff.
There's only 4 waitresses.
Yeah, there's another girl back, and they got a full deck out there with people on it. There's another girl, she's flying around. This little girl wasn't 5'4", 100 pounds. I mean, tiny. And the bartender's saying she needs more ice. So there's a restaurant next door. And so she goes out the door, goes out to get ice, comes back with 2 5-gallon buckets full of ice. One arm is through the handle, the other arm's through the other handle. So 5 gallons on each arm's hanging off of her elbows. She's got a crate full of something else, and she still stops to take our order. She can't write it down because her hands are full, so she remembers it and goes and handles all that. And the service was still great. It took a little while for us to get our pizza, but we weren't in a hurry.
Oh.
We had a couple of drinks. And what was the drink that you liked? The peach? Peach mojito.
Very good.
Really good.
I sucked that one down a little too fast.
Yeah.
Because it was so good.
But
hey, Justin.
It was a wood-fired pizza. And that is our favorite. I mean, you get a little char on the crust. It's thin, but it's not like crunchy, you know. But the outside part gets a little char on it. You got that wood flavor, and it was just really good pizza. Justin, appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Mr. Robert.
Appreciate that.
Scott, nice to have you.
Bob, good to see you.
Okay, all y'all talking about Stein needs to be christened and all that. Well, Harley, you're going to have to get your brother one because he ain't drinking out of this one. Sorry. Not happening. Not happening.
But yeah, the pizza was really great. And then the last night we ate at the restaurant next door. It's called Mully's Nakuchi Village, Nakuchi Grill. And what was really cool about that place,
We met Mully.
As soon as we walk in the door, Mully is actually a guy. He's standing there.
He was a cute man.
And I mean, welcomes us, talk to us. Where y'all from? Oh yeah, I used to go down there. And I mean, tells the girl, give us a seat, you know, kind of like a special table over by the guy singing, and had nice music. And he's going around talking to each individual table, checking on everybody. That's the way things should be. And it was really good. What'd you have?
I had shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits. Brandy had the shrimp and grits. And I had...
And a strong mimosa.
Mimosa. And then what'd you have after that?
That, something tea.
Oh, yeah, the something sipper.
Peach?
Peach sipper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the food was great. Really good. Service was great. And so we had a good night that last night over there at Mully's. So if y'all are ever in the Helen area, Cedar Creek Cabins and Mully's and the Coochie Grill, fantastic. So y'all give those a try. Um, and then yesterday we found another wood-fired pizza place by accident, just 20 miles from us. It's been there. I've seen it 100 times,
We don't ever go that side of town.
but I've never stopped there. And so yesterday we had eye doctor appointments and we wanted to get something to eat and we saw it. So I spun around and we went over there and it was actually a wood-fired pizza place. The pizza oven was half as big as this room. I mean, it was huge. And it was like you could see inside, you could see the fire in there. And then inside in the center is a big stone that's turning. And so they put a pizza in, and as soon as they slide it off, it starts turning in a circle. And they had 5 or 6 pizzas at one time going around that circle. And I mean, they're back there actually, pressing out the dough and spinning it and all that. And it was like, this is really cool. And the pizza was fantastic. I mean, probably Brandy said one of the best pizzas she's ever eaten. And we got the
Luna.
Pizza Luna, which was a roasted chicken, tomato, basil, and a bechamel sauce on it. And it was phenomenal. The crust was amazing. The sauce was amazing. Everything was really great. We almost went back after our eye appointment to get another
2
pizza.
hours.
Yeah, but it was really good. So we're definitely gonna do that again. There's nothing like a wood fired pizza. So Cott's Tiki Bar, thank y'all very much. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Justin, we've had a good summer. I hope you are doing well too.
But yeah, we had a great time in Helen, and then came back. I was going to actually Randy posted some pictures of the cabin and all that, and somebody asked, "Where's the grill?" or "Is there no grill?" And I was actually going to take the Traeger Ranger up there with us and cook some and maybe film a little bit, but that was 2 days after we did the birthday supper. And I cooked so much that day on 3 or 4 different grills. I was tired of cooking. I didn't want to see a grill for a couple of days. So,
And we were going on vacation. So.
yeah. And, wanted to relax a little bit more. So we just left all that stuff here and let everybody else cook for us, and turned out good. What I did get though, we did do a little bit of cooking. There's a granary there, a stone ground granary there that's back to the 1800s or something. And I mean, we've got pictures of the actual big huge concrete stone that spins that they use to grind all the corn and all that stuff. They have a buckwheat flour pancake mix, and I've had it before, and I told Brandy I wanted to get some more. So we got some, and we took it back to the cabin the next morning. I made us buckwheat pancakes, and we've made some since we've been back home. I love those buckwheat pancakes. I don't know.
Roasted pecan syrup.
Roasted pecan syrup. And I also had a buddy, sim racing buddy, that contacted me and asked if I could send some barbecue sauce to him, and he would send me some Canadian maple syrup. Canadian Jim, you'll enjoy this. And I said, sure. So we swapped barbecue sauce for Canadian syrup, maple syrup, and this syrup. So Canadian Jim sent me some syrup, and it came in a round can.
And it was amazing.
And it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one came in a can, but it's like I don't know, what kind of can would you call that?
Something looks like something you're going to drink alcohol out of.
Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of looks like a flask.
Yeah.
is what it looks like, but really cool can, and the syrup is fantastic again. So the Canadians know how to make knows how to make some really good syrup. So but CDN Trooper, he was actually a trooper up in Canada. So his sim racing name is, yeah, CDN Trooper. But that's really cool. I love that can. And even with the syrups gone, I'm going to keep that can with a little screw on top. Love that. And there's the roasted pecan
I like this little
syrup.
thing too.
Yeah. Just as a side note, I did finish my first season as a sim racer and finished 4th in the points. So
Rookie of the year.
unofficial rookie of the year, what they kept saying. But that was pretty fun too.
We had chicken thighs and corn on the cob for supper tonight, Harley.
Teriyaki chicken thighs.
Because that's really the first time we've cooked.
Yeah.
Since the 3rd.
Since the birthday deal. So yeah, teriyaki chicken thighs and corn on the cob tonight. Did the fin and feather rub and a little butter on the corn on the cob. Corn on the cob was really good. I just did grilled cheese sandwiches, tomatoes. Oh, that's good. Oh, grilled cheese and tomato soup's hard to beat. I hadn't heard from him, brother. Hadn't heard from him. I'll have to check my phone when we get done with this, but I hadn't heard from him. Teriyaki chicken drums and some lemon pepper drums. Brandy loves a chicken leg. Loves a chicken leg. I don't like a chicken leg. I don't like that tendon on that chicken leg. And if, like, you can eat all around that leg, but eventually you got to come around to that tendon. I don't like it. I love
them.
That's the only part of a chicken I don't really like.
I love breakfast
and a gizzard.
for dinner.
I don't like a gizzard. Yeah, I
love breakfast for dinner. I could eat breakfast 3 meals a day.
No.
I love breakfast.
I'll eat breakfast for dinner on occasion, but I wouldn't want to do it all the time.
Some cheese grits. Oh, I could eat a whole big old bowl of cheese grits.
Yeah, I like thighs and wings.
Butter.
I like thighs and wings.
And I'm not a big wing person.
And I like chicken breasts, but I like chicken breasts. Around here, they call them fryer breasts that's still on the bone. I like those. Now, the other boneless chicken breasts, when I first started cooking, that's all I cooked. Boneless chicken breasts. But now I would rather have a bone, those fryer chicken breasts with the bone. I just think they're more moist. And I think they cook a little more even.
I'm sorry, Stephen. He said he's getting hungry again.
So what else, babe? That's about it.
Well, you've had a lot of questions about doing a video on.
Yeah. So after the last video on kind of tips for your pellet grill and how to use them safely and stuff like that, I have had a lot of requests to do how you clean your pellet grill. So I'm going to do that video. I know that sounds really simple, but after a lot of posts and questions that I've seen and read, there's a lot of folks out there that have no idea. There's folks out there that own a pellet grill that have no idea that you're even supposed to do that. So I do think it's important to do one of those. So that's probably going to be the next thing. It's not going to be very long. It shouldn't be. But I'm going to do that because I told them I would if that's what they wanted to see. So I'm going to do that video. I also want to do another Lone Star Grills video. So I need to have that coming up. I definitely want to get that done. And I also got something in today that's really cool. And I'm sure you'll probably see it pretty soon. Ben and Josh from the Watchman Stove up there in Winchester, Virginia, sent me a prototype lid today. It came in today. And so basically, it's a grill top lid that hooks onto the hinge that's already there. And so if I had to compare it to something just to give you a visual, it would be kind of like the lid to a Weber kettle, but it's shaped like that rocket stove. And so the lid matches the bottom shape, that funnel shape, but it's got adjustments for your intake or your exhaust up top. Got a temperature gauge on it and that kind of stuff. So really cool. They've got a couple of other designs that they're going to come up with too. And I'll try to share them with you guys as soon as they're ready for me to show you that stuff. But they asked me if I'd be interested in, checking it out, kind of seeing if I had any suggestions for it and that kind of stuff, little R&D type stuff. And I said, absolutely, because they're great, great folks. And so y'all stay tuned for that too. And also, nothing to speak of really right now as far as the trailer goes, except we have gotten a couple of things in for the trailer when we do get it, the concession trailer. We've got a couple of stainless steel shelves to put the rubs in and that kind of stuff. So we got those in, a stainless steel paper towel holder. And one of the biggest things that we got so far is a Cambro. We got the Cambro Go and wasn't really sure what to expect from it because it is really, if y'all ever seen the regular old school Cambro, it's about like a Yeti cooler. It works great, but if you have a lot of stuff in it, it's going to take two people to carry. And it's even heavy when it's empty. But the new Cambro Go is basically compressed styrofoam, basically. And so in my mind, I kept thinking, the cheap white coolers at the convenience stores, that if you don't hold it just right, it's going to fall apart in your lap before you get any beer in it. That's what I had in mind. But it's not like that at all. It is very well built, very strong. And really I like the door and the hinges better than the regular Cambro because a regular Cambro has a tendency to warp the door, kind of like the lid on a Yeti or one of those Rotomold coolers after getting hot and cold. But this one has a latch on the top and bottom. It secures really well, and we've already used it.
We used it for the birthday.
For the birthday supper, stuff got ready early. And I said, well, let's try the Cambro and just see how it works. And it was hot after a couple of hours of being in there. So really impressed with that. And that's going to help out a lot too. So got that stuff coming.
No, it's already here.
Yeah, or that's here. I had a stainless steel table in my cart on Amazon, but I went back to try to order it and it was unavailable. So I've got to find a different one. So I'm going to find a different one of those and have that here. So hopefully by the time we go to pick the trailer up and get it back home, we'll have all of these things ready to just go in, and it should be pretty much somewhat ready to roll with whatever we want to do with it. So pretty exciting. Just anxious to get it going. Seen a lot of people who have flame outs and smoke out of their hoppers. Ben, yep. I kind of covered the back burn into the hopper deal in that video, but I forgot to delve into the flame out issue again. So I may end up just talking about that when I film the cleaning video and just do a short video on flame outs, and I can post 2 videos at the same time to cover those. I really don't think that people understand that there's a big difference in cooking techniques when you go to a pellet grill versus, say, a gas grill or a charcoal grill. It's just not the same. And I know people try to do it the same. There are guys out there that, they've got their Weber, and whether it's gas or charcoal, and they fire that thing up to 400 degrees and they throw burgers on there and flames are coming up and they don't have any eyebrows left and all that. That's how they do their burgers. And then they get a pellet grill and they try to do it the same way. And it's just not the same. I can't remember the last time I cooked hamburgers on a grill above 275 degrees. I just don't do it anymore. I like smoked burgers, and that's how I do it on a pellet grill. Now, if I was on something else, I'd probably grill them, like traditional grill people do, but, I just think it's a different deal. So Dave, we're counting cigars. Good to have you, my man. Speaking of cigars, I need to order some more because I'm out. Thank you for reminding me.
I tried to get you to get one.
Well, yeah, but I know, but they weren't. I wasn't sure about one, and then when they're $12 a piece, I can't do that. Appreciate that, Mike. He's doing really well. He's done a little bit of traveling as of late. Him and a couple buddies went to Osaka, Japan, and spent a couple of days there, and I think probably drank them out of a lot of stuff while they were there.
I talk to him every day.
Oh yeah, we got the 411 on everything going on in Osaka, and but he's doing good. He's currently on the night shift. He had duty day before yesterday,
Monday,
and but doing really well. He loves Japan. He talks all the time about how welcoming those people are and how humble they are, but how much pride they have in their stuff, like cleanliness. Nobody's walking down the street throwing stuff on the ground and that kind of stuff. It's very clean, and they're very respectful to them, and they're back and forth with that. And so far he's just been really impressed with that culture, and he's enjoying it. So I appreciate you asking about him. He's doing really good. Knock on wood, in 4 years, I've never had a flame out. I have been, being honest, I have had, I don't know, probably 2 or 3. Some of them I wouldn't classify as flame outs. I mean, technically they are because I didn't have a flame anymore, but it was totally my fault because I ran out of pellets. So you can't really, I don't even know if you would consider that a flame out.
What about that one when we had in Bristol? What happened there?
I had one in Bristol, and that was because we were using the Tailgater, and the Tailgater doesn't have a smokestack, but it's also not like the Ironwood or Timberline where it has that draft system where it comes out the back, but it's kind of sheltered. The Tailgater just has holes in the kind of the top of the barrel, 45 degrees up on the top of the barrel. And it's just holes for the exhaust. It's not covered by anything. And so while we were up in Bristol, it was mist and rain and kind of sideways, and it was coming in, and I think moisture got into the grill, and that's what caused that flame out. And, it's really nobody's fault. It just happens sometimes. And I have had a couple of back burns, and that was totally my fault because, again, sometimes I don't do what I tell other people to do, or I forget. if I get in a hurry. And every time that I have had a back burn, it has been when I was cooking steaks, searing steaks at high temperatures, 450, 500 degrees. And, when you're searing steaks, it's only taking, 5 minutes a steak, really. And so you got the timer going, you got the steak on, the timer goes off, you twist it, the timer goes off again, you flip it, timer goes off again, you twist it, and then you start checking for temp, and you're checking for temp, and then it's ready. Get that one off, get another steak on, and all that. So you get in that hurry mode, and then when the cook is done, okay, that's done. And before I catch myself, I'm shutting it down. And then after I shut it down, I think I didn't do what I tell other people to do. And if, when you're cooking at that high temp, before you shut it down, if you'll knock it down to about 350, 300 degrees and just let it settle down and even out at that temp for 5 minutes and then shut it down, you're going to be a lot better off. And chances are you're not going to have a back burn up into that auger tube. And every time that has happened, it's because I didn't listen to my own advice, and I just went ahead and shut it down right there, and that's what happens. So, and the other thing too, especially with the Ranger and it being so small, that auger tube's only about that long. I mean, it's very short. So it doesn't take much for it to back up through there because it's really short. Whereas, in the Ironwood or 780 or something, it's a lot longer. But Joseph said that's how I got my 780s so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
How's that thing doing, Joseph? That was a good deal on that thing. What the highest temp do you recommend for beef ribs on a Traeger Pro 22 smoker? That's a good question. And first of all, let me say this. I haven't cooked. I've cooked short ribs twice, and it was the actual, it wasn't the long connected pieces. They were actually cut into individual ribs. You know what I mean? Little chunks of meat about that big with the bone in the center. So I've cooked those twice, but as far as dino bones or anything like that, I can't find them around here. So I've never cooked them. If I were to cook them, I would cook them at like 225, 250 and just, low and slow and get them as tender as I could get them, almost like doing a brisket or something. And even if they got that color on them that I wanted and I didn't want them to go any darker, I might even wrap them then just to, preserve that color. And that's going to break down those connective tissues and get them more tender as well. So that's what I would do, is cook them that way. I would do the low and slow method. And the other thing about the low and slow method is it's more forgiving. If you there's more opportunity there to make a mistake and overcome it because you can catch it. But if you're cooking at higher temperature and things are moving a little bit faster, there's less of an opportunity to fix a mistake, if that makes sense. So that's why I just like taking my time with stuff, especially if it's the first time that I'm doing it. I like taking my time with it, low and slow, and kind of observing how things are going, making mental notes of certain things that I might change, and then going from there. But that's how I would do it if I was going to. Yeah. And a lot of Facebook pages. I agree with you 100%, Ben. Cooked on it twice this week. So far, holes temp great. That's awesome, man. And that goes back to just knowing your grill. You got a grill, a great deal on a grill simply because somebody didn't know what they had, didn't know how to use it, didn't know what problem they caused, and didn't know how to overcome it. So you got a fantastic deal on a grill. So, couple other things I will say is, um, I get a lot of comments about, um, pellets and flame outs and the back burns and all that stuff. And I still stand by the fact that, and it doesn't matter what brand of grill that it is, that the majority of all those issues are uh, self-inflicted. They're caused by the user, not the grill. So, and you got to understand, I think some people, their expectations of these controllers are way bigger than they should be. For the most part, that grill's going to do what you tell it to do, what you programmed it to do. And if you have clean pellets in there and you've cleaned it, and, again, cleaning a grill, everybody's got their own definition of what clean is. Mine's different than a lot of other folks. My brother, he's talked to folks that had no idea that either they had no idea they were even supposed to clean it. I don't know where they thought the ash was going to go, but had no idea. Or they just refused to. Oh, I ain't on it. Well, okay. I saw one for free on the marketplace today. Good. Yeah, go get that thing.
Don't encourage him. He's trying to talk
Go
himself
get it.
out
No,
of
don't. Go get it. Go get it. Go
I
get
would
it.
have to know what's wrong with it first.
Probably they don't know how to use it. They have no idea.
Oh, that's nice.
There we go. And that's a great gift because I love that Ironwood. I love it. Absolutely love it. I've said it before. I like the Ironwood better than the Timberline series. I really do. Timberline has some good features that I like better, but overall, if I was going to pick one or the other, I'd go with the Ironwood every time. Yeah. All right, guys. Anybody got any other questions? Any other questions? Just shoot them down there. We got a couple minutes, and then we're going to get out of here so Brandy can get packed for her trip to Nashville. Yeah, we've had that conversation. Harley likes the Ironwood better too. And just a
Jeff said he's got one.
Also, I've gotten several comments this week. Oh, two more things. And remember, I say it all the time. It seems like some of these comments come in waves. All of a sudden, I'll get the same question by 5 or 6 people in 1 week. And then I won't hear that question again for months. It's kind of weird. But first of all, let me say this. And I know that I'm speaking to the choir when I say this because it's not you folks. So I already know that. But I just want to put it out there in case one of these people happen to watch this live stream. When you take your little mouse and you hover over my little thumbnail on my videos, down there on the bottom right-hand corner, I think it is, there's going to be a little number. Kind of looks like a clock. It's got minutes and seconds down there. That's how long the video is. So there's your clue as to how long that video is. I'm tired of having comments about, man, are you ever going to get to the point? Man, this video was so long, it could have been only 5 minutes. Well, it tells you down there how long the video is going to be. So if you don't want to watch that part, then, just go ahead and skip it and find that topic somewhere else. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has ever covered that topic. So, but I just, I don't want to cover something or like if I'm trying to be a little bit instructional, I feel like in my mind, while I'm doing it, I'm thinking, well, if I don't say this, somebody's going to ask about it, and then I'm going to have to comment about it. So I might as well go ahead and cover that. And then after I do that, well, somebody's going to ask that question too. So I might as well cover that. So while I'm doing the video, I'm already thinking what questions that I'm going to get. And I like to go ahead and try to answer them in the video. So it makes it a long video. But if I don't, because I've tried before, I've tried making short videos. And every time I've done it, I've had multiple questions about things that I should have went ahead and covered in the video, but I was trying to make it shorter. So I'm just making the videos like I make them. And then the people take the time, because time is so important to them, but they actually take the time to make the comment about how long it took the video. Well, you just wasted 5 more minutes making the stupid comment. So anyway, there's my little rant for the day. But I've also had a ton of comments about asking about that cart that I had my
years ago.
Yes. I did that video
Years ago.
a couple years ago, probably on the tailgater.
We've had a cooler on it since then.
Yeah, the Yeti cooler's on the cart now. But I had my tailgater on the little cart because I couldn't stand the legs on it. But now I've made my own little legs and I've got it on a table now. But I get questions all the time. What's the stock number on that cart? Where do you get that cart? Where can I find that cart? What size is the cart? So I went ahead this week and put a link under that video to an almost identical cart, so everybody can put their tailgaters on it. So that's under that video. I tell Brandy, I got somebody else asking about that cart.
3 people in the last week.
Yeah, ask about that. Where did I get that cart? And the other one, the other one's about the grill grates for the tomahawk steak.
Oh, that was a long video, a long time.
Where do I get those? I don't know if those videos are being suggested all of a sudden, but where can I get those grill grates? How do I get those grill grates? So I put a link in the description box of that video of, where you get the grill grates. But I mean, really, all you have to do is measure your grill, go on grillgrates.com, and
Joseph said he wants one of them cards now.
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
But here's this.
If in the shutdown process and you decide to cook longer, how do you restart it on the 780? Just turn off, then back on real fast. Yeah. I think because of that one, there's a switch on the back of the hopper. And if you cut that off, it's going to stop the shutdown process. Cut that switch back on and then restart just like normal, and it should start right back up. Harley, tell me if I'm wrong, but that's what I would do. Harley, tell me, can I get that?
Yeah, just Ava wrap it for you.
Yeah. Well,
we'll get Ava to wrap it.
That's not a bad idea.
Mm-mm.
Denver Outdoors, North Carolina loves them.
Some Harley.
Wow. There was one other comment that tripped me out. I'll think of it in just a minute. But yeah, the grill grates. Oh, and y'all already know because y'all have heard me say it, but I gotta say this. I was looking at Facebook just a while ago before we went live. There's a guy on one of the groups, time and temp for a lasagna on the grill.
What?
Time and temp.
Time and temp.
And I actually had a guy comment, what was that video? I don't remember what the video was. I think it was the tomahawk steak video. I mean, the guy was mad. I've watched this video multiple times, and I'm still waiting on you to tell me how long the cook took. Well, until it got to the internal temperature, I don't know. how long it took. Stop cooking by how long something takes to cook. You know, that guy with the lasagna, I don't know how big of a lasagna it is. I don't know how many layers of noodles you've got in there. I don't know if you've got meat in there or what kind of, I don't know what you're cooking on or what, you know. Everybody wants you, they don't want to do anything. They don't want to just trial and error and learn on their own. They want everybody to tell them what to do, when to do it, how long to do it, everything. Put your socks on, put your shoes on, go heat, you know. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore. They want to be told everything. I don't know. I really don't know if I've ever asked anybody time and temp. Hey, you got time and temp on that? I've never done that ever. I've never done that. I just cook. And, you know, and I've told you, I used to cook for time. Everything was 20 minutes. Boneless, skinless chicken breast, 20 minutes. How long is it going to take? 20 minutes. It didn't matter if they were that thick or flat as a pancake, 20 minutes. So they were either like rubber or they were like a hockey puck, you know, because I just cooked them 20 minutes. And cook things to internal temperature. I mean, and that was my answer. And I'm not being smart, but I cooked it as long as it took to get to the right internal temperature. That's all I know to tell you. I mean, and here's why I don't like telling people a time. Because if I tell people it took, 25 minutes. Okay, well, if you get your steak now and you go cook yours 25 minutes, but yours was a half inch thicker, it's going to be raw. Or if it was that much thinner, then it's going to be way overdone. And you're going to be mad at me and you're going to say, you told me to cook it 25 minutes and I did, and it turned out crap. That's why I don't like doing that, because it'll come back and bite me because I told them to cook it 25 minutes. So cook it to the right internal temperature. It's really easy. What Piddlin is on Facebook.
Is he asking about us?
You're talking about our Jus Piddlin BBQ is on. We've got our Facebook page, and then I've got my personal Facebook page on there too. 500 degrees for 500 degrees for 6 hours, and then wrap it. That's good. That's good. That's good. I saw a guy the other day complaining his 780 wasn't in the time frame the app said. I mean, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. That's crazy. Anyway, I've covered I got all that off my chest. So thank y'all for listening to that.
Mike says he loves them.
Oh, God. I'm going to quit doing them. That's why Mike tunes in. How big is the fire pot?
You haven't had a rant in a while. Like, you haven't done a rant video in a while.
No, I haven't. That's because I'm a calmer me.
What?
I'm a calmer me.
Whatever.
I don't get uptight anymore.
You're always wound tight.
Just let stuff slide off. I appreciate you guys.
See? Right there.
Yeah, I know it.
The ticker is doing pretty well, Mike.
Doing very good. Full of love, Mike. Full of love.
And smartness.
Time and temp for a flip-flop. I usually go low and slow with those two. I try to make them make sense, but yeah, I haven't done one in a while. Yeah.
You could do a rant just on.
You're actually giving me ideas for a rant?
Well, I'm not videotaping those. You just set it up and sit there and do it yourself. I'm not sitting around for all that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Harley. Yeah. But you could do a rant video on the questions that you get asked
Well,
on your videos.
yeah,
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
it would be, but I don't want to. Well, obviously, I wouldn't say people's names,
Well, no.
but it wouldn't be hard for people to go back and look at the recent comments and find out, yeah, there's the dummy that asked that question. I don't want to embarrass.
But no, they would have to know what video it was commented on.
Yeah, that's true. That's not a bad idea. Maybe
Don't put a we in there.
maybe every live stream, I'll let you pick 5
Questions?
comments that will be like that. Not legit questions.
No, it would be ignorant questions.
I wasn't going to say that, but okay. And we'll throw them out there on the live stream at the end. That's how we'll finish the live streams from now on.
I mean, most of them, I know how to do all that stuff.
Yes.
And then
Most of the questions like that, Brandy's like, well, I already knew that. Or she can go out there and fire up any grill that we've got out there and operate it and
clean it.
Take it apart and put it back together. Ain't that hard, is it, babe?
No, and wait a minute, we got another chain on your. Oh, they're wanting you to get back on your tavern, Smitty's Tavern. You're calmer. It's like me telling Dwayne I don't have a temper. Exactly. Yeah. Did I ask a question? No.
No, y'all know.
Never
No.
come here ask.
Again, I'm speaking to the choir here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt a lot of good material on there, we're about to get off of here, but like the whole mask thing, and some of y'all may have different opinions, and that's okay. It's okay to have different opinions, but me and Brandy were talking the other day. Like, since we've been out of school, and first of all, everybody keeps saying, we keep hearing when, I think me and Harley were talking about it, when things open back up. When things open back up, it's going to be different. Whenever things open back up, it's been open for since months.
Oh.
I mean, there are still states that haven't still gone back to school yet. We were in school all year, the whole year. Mm-hmm. We were in school, and the last 2 months, we didn't even wear masks anymore.
Yeah, well, I didn't hardly wear.
Kids didn't, teachers didn't. We wide open. There are other places where they're still wearing masks. They haven't gone back to school yet. I don't know why. Why? I don't understand that. I don't understand it. So we haven't worn masks since before we got out of school, which was May.
No, we stopped wearing masks in April, and then we didn't get out till June.
So April, right? We went to Helen. Nobody's wearing masks. Mm-hmm. Nobody.
No restaurants.
Nobody. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a problem with it because I'm not. Nobody here is. Some people are, okay. Some people are, but they're wearing them like dangling from their ear, or they're around their neck, or like they're covering their mouth, but they still don't have their nose covered. And to me, that's for show. Like, I got my mask, but it's not doing anything because you're not wearing it like a mask. You know what I'm saying? So that's not doing anything. Anyway, yesterday we have our eye appointment, right?
Oh gosh, yes.
We got 50 texts and emails in a week making sure that we knew we had to wear a mask to go to this eye appointment. So we walk into this place. Both of us have a mask on because we can't get in there. Got a sign on the door and everything. We walk in, the front desk it's like a barricade. They've got wooden frames built, 1/4 inch thick plastic sheet all around it, screwed to it, frames over the top. They're masked up, hand sanitizers everywhere.
Sprayed me with hand sanitizer before I went back.
What?
She sprayed my hands because I was sitting there reading on my phone, and when she come and called my name, I put my phone in my back pocket, and she was like, she squirted hand sanitizer in my hands.
And I'm looking around. I want to ask these people, do y'all not realize the rest of the whole planet around you, at least, they're not doing this? Like, how y'all have to drive back through these nasty people to get home, right? I mean, what are y'all doing? This is insane. I'm sitting there and I'm looking around like I'm on another planet. And the girl back there, she's answering the phone.
And she's hollering.
Well, she's got to. Like if you shove 10 cotton balls in your mouth and then try to talk to somebody, right? That's the same thing as having that mask on. Can you tell me a date of birth, please? I said, can you tell me a date of birth, please? Date of birth. Take that damn mask off and they'll be able to hear you. I mean, man, it was crazy. It was bizarre. I've got a mask on. That guy has got that big machine thing. I don't know what it is up to my eyes, right? And he's telling me, you know how they go back through the little clicking thing. 1 or 2? 2. Okay. 2 or 3? Well, I don't know because the damn thing's fogged up. Like all my breath is going up through there and fogging up. I can't see it because it's fogged up. Yeah, it's been a struggle. Well, take the damn mask off and it won't be a struggle. He's got to wipe everything back down. Okay. 3, 4.
I just said it's about the same. It's about the same.
I mean, Lord help. So yeah, it's been.
There you go, Mike. There's you another one.
Crazy. Honestly, he's wearing his gas mask right now.
Yeah, no, and then oh shoot.
What?
I forget
Yeah,
this computer's a touch screen. You fixed it, I don't know. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be Delta and there's going to be Echo and Foxtrot and Gulf and all the way to Z.
Bravo.
Because there's going to be, they're going to keep coming up with them. No. All right. That's enough of that. Y'all got me worked up. I'm telling you.
I know it got hot in here.
All right. So Brandy's got a pack. And
Brandy just needs to go to bed. Brandy's already packed.
They're leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning. And then the party starts, Mike.
Really? That's all. I'm gonna go party. That's all.
I know it.
You
I know
party
it.
down here.
I'll be slaving down here.
Be
Safe
what?
travels. I appreciate that, Joseph. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here.
He's gonna be driving his car while I'm gone. That's
Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you being here even after 3 weeks off. It's always great to come back to you guys and y'all still show up and it's extremely appreciated. I want y'all to know that.
Love you too, Mike. Thank you.
Hope y'all have a good rest of the week.
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm gonna take that Stein with me if y'all keep on, because if I find out he's drunk out of it while I'm gone, that's gonna be a beating.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
You did it right the first time. Harmon said you better be going to help him.
Yeah, I'm coming up there Saturday morning. But I'll have to come back Saturday afternoon because I don't have anything to do with Sam. So, but we'll get it.
And he's not taking Sam in my car because I won't
I'm
get
no.
the dog hair out.
No, I'll figure out something. But I'll talk to you about it. All right, guys. Thank y'all.
I
No.
just said no.
If I bring him, he's staying. So anyway, thank y'all. Let the games begin.
He does not need any help from y'all. None. Y'all have a good rest of the week.
Till next time, we'll be piddling.
Cook something good.
Cheers.
Good night.